Imagine this scene, Cairo. You can hear the traffic like a constant hum way down below. But inside a hotel room, it's just quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah.
It's 2015. There's a young woman. She's 27, just staring at her phone. She's been calling her mother, Mawadda, for 3 hours straight.
Okay.
Nothing.
And just a few hours before that, contact was normal, right? After Mawadda reached Minya.
Exactly. A 3-hour drive south. The first call went through fine, but now just silence and the anxiety is building. You can just picture it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing keeping her slightly calm, her mother, who's 60, wasn't alone. She traveled with Abdul Tawab.
The driver.
The driver, yes. But more than that, a man the family had trusted, completely, for 10 whole years.
And that trust, it wasn't just, he works for us.
Yeah.
It was deeper. He started back in, 2005? In Kuwait.
Right, as a driver for the whole family. Mawadda, her husband, the son, the daughter.
And apparently he was good at his job. Diligent, seemed loyal. They treated him like family. That's the phrase that keeps coming up.
He wasn't just driving. Mawadda saw him as a personal assistant, someone she could confide in. She even, apparently, floated the idea of him being a business partner.
Yeah, those ventures never actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows the level of trust. Despite all this kindness, though, there's this detail about him.
What's that?
He was always complaining. Even though he had a good position, financially stable, working for this respected family, he seemed perpetually discontent.
Restless. Looking for something else.
Exactly. It points to maybe a lack of contentment.
Yeah.
Rita, as it's sometimes called. Like the stability wasn't enough. It was almost a trap in his mind.
Seeing kindness not as something to value, but maybe something to leverage.
Perhaps. It's a really unsettling thought, isn't it? That 10 years of seeming loyalty could just be waiting.
Waiting for the right opportunity. Which brings us to the trip itself. Mawadda loved Egypt, wanted a vacation place there.
Right. She set aside a pretty significant budget, around 1 million Egyptian pounds, for an apartment in Cairo, and she asked Abdul Tawab to help her find one.
The trusted assistant.
The trusted assistant. And he sees this budget, sees the plan, and immediately spots, well, not an apartment, but an opportunity for himself.
How so?
A Cairo apartment. That's straightforward. Lots of eyes, agents, processes. He needed something different. Isolation. Control. So he pivots. Hard.
He tells her to forget Cairo.
Completely. He says, why deal with the congestion? Buy farmland instead. Upper Egypt. El Minya Governorate. Much cheaper, he argues.
Okay, hang on. A driver suddenly becomes a real estate advisor, pitching remote farmland over a prime Cairo spot. Didn't that, ring any alarm bells?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But it just speaks volumes about how deeply they trusted him. He painted this picture: a better life, quieter, a good investment, surrounded by, quote, kind villagers.
Kind villagers, right.
Mawadda wasn't immediately sold, apparently, but he pushed. Said she had to see the land herself to really get it.
And she agreed.
She agreed to travel with him to Minya. Just the two of them. Her daughter stays behind in the Cairo hotel. That decision, urged by him, it was fatal.
So they head south, Mawadda and Abdul Tawab. The daughter waits in Cairo.
And for the first couple of hours after they supposedly arrived in Minya, there's some contact, texts, maybe a brief call.
Mm-hmm.
Then, nothing.
The phone just stops connecting entirely. Not unanswered, just dead.
Yeah. 3 hours go by like this. Pure dread building. The daughter finally calls her brother back in Kuwait.
And what does he say?
He does what, maybe any of us would do initially. He tries to rationalize it. He falls back on the track record.
The 10 years.
The 10 years. Don't worry, he tells her. Mom's with Abdul Tawab. He's been with us forever. It'll be fine. He just couldn't imagine anything else.
But the daughter, her gut feeling is screaming otherwise.
Absolutely. She can't shake it. So she ignores her brother's reassurance, gets back in a car, and starts driving south herself towards Minya.
Heading for the farm, the last known location from the phone signal.
Exactly. And while she's on that drive, her phone rings. It's Abdul Tawab, finally.
What does he say? What's the excuse?
Oh, it's incredibly flimsy. Designed just to stall her.
Yeah.
He claims Mawadda is just wandering around the farm. Maybe she's out of signal range or she can't hear the phone. Just walking around.
Walking around for hours, unable to be reached.
Right.
It makes no sense, but it buys him time. 3 more hours pass while the daughter drives. Then she arrives. She's at the farm, this remote property.
And this next moment is just incredible presence of mind under unimaginable stress.
What does she do?
Before she even goes inside, before anything else, she takes out her phone, photographs the outside of the farm building, and sends it instantly to her brother via WhatsApp.
Wow. Just like that. Click, send.
That single photo becomes the anchor for everything that follows. Absolutely critical evidence.
So she goes to the door, presumably, expecting her mother.
Yes, but she's not met by her mother.
Yeah.
Or by Abdul Tawab. She's met by Hala, his wife.
Okay, and Hala lets her in.
Hala lets her in, but she's immediately weird, insistent. She won't let the daughter see Mawadda right away. Keeps pushing her to stay for lunch first. Lunch. While the daughter is frantic about her missing mother.
Exactly. And Hala repeats the same weak story her husband used. Oh, Mawadda and Abdul Tawab are just strolling the farm. It's clearly a lie, a delay tactic. The daughter is likely trapped in this awkward, terrifying hospitality situation.
Just trying to get past the wife to find her mom.
Right. Another hour ticks by. Back in Kuwait, the brother tries calling again. Now he can't reach his mother or his sister.
Oh, no.
That's the breaking point. Over 24 hours missing, the panic finally sets in fully. He makes the call.
The embassy.
The Kuwaiti embassy in Cairo, he gives them everything. Descriptions of Mawadda, 60, the daughter, 27, Abdul Tawab, the driver, and that WhatsApp photo of the farm.
Crucial.
Egyptian authorities get involved immediately. The first thing they do, trace the cell signals for both missing women.
And they lead where?
They converge. Both signals, stubbornly pinging from the same area. The Minya Governorate. Specifically.
The farm in the photo.
The farm in the photo. Security forces mobilize, head straight there. Abdul Tawab meets them outside.
And what's his story this time?
He's got a rehearsed lie ready. Claims, oh yes, they visited 2 days ago, but then they left, went back to Cairo to continue sightseeing, said they gave him some vacation time.
2 days ago. But the daughter just arrived. The signals are still there. It doesn't add up.
Not even close. And the investigators pick up on something immediately. His wife, Hala,
She's nervous.
extremely nervous, visibly tense. That's a huge red flag for the officers. They decide his story isn't credible. They start searching.
The whole property.
Meticulously. For an hour, buildings, fields, sheds, looking everywhere, but they find nothing.
Nothing. But the signals.
The signals are still right there, pinpointed to that farm area. They haven't moved. So the investigators realize they need to refine the search.
Oh.
They call in forensic experts to re-ping the signals, but with much higher precision, trying to narrow it down, not just horizontally, but vertically.
Vertically.
And the refined signal zeroes in, intensely focused on one specific spot on the property.
Let me guess.
A deep well. One described as having been, quote, recently cleaned, which suddenly sounds incredibly sinister.
Cleaned by filling it with debris.
Exactly. That well becomes the absolute focus. It takes 3 solid days, 3 days of hauling out garbage, waste, rocks, all sorts of debris that had been deliberately dumped inside.
3 days. Just digging.
Until finally, they reach the bottom. And the truth comes out.
It's horrifying, isn't it?
It is. They recover the bodies, Mawadda and her daughter, from the bottom of that well, which was over 20 meters deep, both in an advanced state of decomposition.
20 meters. That's deep. And the forensics, what did they show?
Just brutal details. Mawadda, the mother, she had a severe head wound from a sharp instrument. But crucially, the official cause of death was drowning.
Meaning she was likely thrown in alive, or at least immediately after being struck.
That seems to be the implication. Thrown in, possibly stunned or unconscious, but drowned in the water at the bottom.
And the daughter.
Her death was different. 4 separate stab wounds across her body. The stabbing itself was the cause of death.
So she was killed first, then dumped.
Yes. Killed above ground, likely during that struggle when she realized the danger with Hala, before being put in the well with her mother.
Unbelievable cruelty. The whole family involved.
The arrest confirmed it. Abdul Tawab, his wife Hala, and get this, Hala's 3 brothers, who were also at the farm, all arrested.
Her brothers, too. Wow.
Abdul Tawab confessed. The motive was exactly what you'd expect. Robbery. He wanted the money Mawadda brought.
The 400,000 Egyptian pounds for the down payment.
That was the target. His confession laid out the sequence. He lured Mawadda to the well, pretending to show her something about the farm.
Got her right to the edge.
Right to the edge. Then he struck her with that sharp object and pushed her in. Simple, brutal efficiency.
And the daughter's arrival threw a wrench in the plan.
Completely. When she showed up, suspicious, asking questions, Hala forced her into a room, trying to contain her.
But the daughter must have realized. Fought back.
It seems so. When she understood the danger, tried to escape or scream, that's when Hala and her 3 brothers attacked her, stabbing her multiple times. It wasn't one person. It was a group attack to silence her.
The entire family unit, basically, conspiring in murder and cover-up, Husband, wife, brothers-in-law, all for cash.
Yeah. And they went to extraordinary lengths to hide it, dumping tons of garbage and waste into that well. They thought they'd buried the evidence completely.
But they made one huge mistake.
One critical technological error. In their rush, they threw the victims' phones into the well along with the bodies.
The very things leading the police right to them.
Exactly. Those phones kept pinging relentlessly from beneath all that garbage. The signals led investigators straight to the grave. Technology wouldn't let them get away with it.
So the court case, what was the outcome?
Swift justice, relatively speaking. Abdul Tawab, as the main plotter and the one who killed Mawadda, was sentenced to death, execution.
And the others, Hala and her brothers.
They received 15 years each, hard labor, for their role in the daughter's murder and the extensive cover-up. The sentences reflected their specific parts in the crime.
Acknowledging his primary role, but their active participation.
Right. It's such a stark example of that concept, isn't it? The betrayal of salt and bread, ishwamal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sharing food, sharing life, building trust over years. A decade in this case. The family opened their lives, their resources, to him, and this was the repayment.
For 400,000 pounds? About $50,000 at the time, maybe? Was that what 10 years of trust was worth to him?
It makes you question the nature of loyalty itself, doesn't it? This wasn't a crime of passion. It wasn't sudden. It seems rooted in that long-term discontent, finally finding a specific, calculated outlet for financial gain.
Which leads to that really disturbing final thought. Could 10 years of what looked like perfect loyalty actually be, well, a performance? A decade-long setup?
A 10-year cultivation of trust. Just waiting for the moment of maximum vulnerability and opportunity. Planned by someone who fundamentally lacked that basic human quality of contentment. It's a chilling possibility.
So when you hear this story, the takeaway for you isn't just about a property deal gone tragically wrong in Egypt. It's about something much deeper, much more unsettling.
Yeah, it's about how easily profound betrayal can mask itself. How someone can weaponize years of kindness and reliance for a calculated, cold-blooded objective.
That idea of sociopathic loyalty. Someone mimicking connection, building trust meticulously, all while waiting for the perfect moment to cash in that trust at the highest price.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How well do we truly know the people we let close? Are we just providing them with the currency of trust they plan to spend later?
A heavy thought. Something to definitely mull over until our next deep dive.